Okay, welcome back. It's another Sunday afternoon. I've got about 3 hours on my hands and I'm going to give the XJ6 a good wash. Get a toothbrush amongst the wheels. What you may have noticed by its stance is that we have a puncher. We have a slow punch on that left front, which isn't looking too clever. So that's something I've got to investigate. Do I need a new tyre? Is it something that's on the rim, or I don't know what. But basically those 225 50 16s are not cheap. But yeah, as you can see, we have somewhat of a flap. But yeah, I'm going to give it a good old spruce up, get the toothbrush in there, and potentially might take it for its first run. So I'll keep you posted, but let's get it all lathered up, soaked up, and let's have a comparison of before and after. Cheers. Okay, even with just a wetting down, shall we say, she really does look the nuts. Something about that burgundy, it really comes alive when it's wet. But long way to go, long way to go. But yeah, I haven't got the air compressor, that's in the other car, so I'm hoping when my parents return with the house keys they'll have the compressor that's sat in the parents' Nissan Duke, because that doesn't look too clever. But yeah, let's get it all soaked up, rinsed off, and see how she compares. Okay, so we're back again with the XJ6. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Backstory is pretty much is that the car has been sat in the garage for about the last 10 years, and my parents are pretty much now moving. So the car has to be basically driven from where it is now to their new house. And we did have the option of getting a low loader or getting the AA involved. And I just said, you know what, my dad loves the car. I've got time on my hands. Let's drive it there. Let's get it recommissioned and driving and as it was before. So it's great to be back inside the car. It's great to be tinkering around the car. And to be honest, it's great to be washing that car and just moving it to and from. Every time I come here, there's 2 jerry cans worth of fuel going in. And every time I crank up that battery, she just sings into life. Issues I did notice last week was that when I started up the car after the service, ticking over beautifully, but she'd only rev to about 3,000. I didn't do that on camera, but she just wouldn't want to rev past 3,000, and it was starting to cough and splutter after about half an hour of running. And I was thinking, oh, it hadn't cured the rough idle, the rough running. But I persisted, turned it on and off again, and pretty much just started blatting it, and eventually it cleared out. So I just think, you know, over choked, or eventually the Red X and the injection cleaner got through and just started to clean out those injectors, and now she just all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. So she is really benefiting from that service. I haven't got much time today, so I'm not able to go around and give it a T-cut. And what I'm going to do is, because you know it's this what's going on in the world, and I'm a dad and I've got my own business to run and stuff, I'm going to come over every couple of days and maybe do a couple of panels at a time, just to bring it up. But there is one area of concern. Obviously you can now see that the ride height is back to normal. That flat tyre has been pumped up, and I'm hoping once I take it up and down the road, hopefully it will just reseat itself, because I'm hoping it's that. I hope it's just like a case of the tyre reseating and seating against the beading of the alloy wheel, and then we won't have to worry about that, because they're not cheap and they are brand new Continentals. So just walking around the car, I'll show you the areas that have imperfections and why it does need to be T-cutted, because it certainly is a 10-footer, but once you get up close you can see it really does need a good old brush and mop and a T-cut to get it back to itself. So looking around from here, it is well, it just looks great. I mean, it might come out better on camera, but it is flat. It certainly isn't as lustrous as it was before, but stuff like the chin spoiler, there's no rust or anything like that. It is as it should be. It's factory fresh. Got a little bit of blistering here, you can see, but going along the panels, there's a few marks. I mean, this is where it's been in the garage and things are dropped against this. The big area of concern really is this rear bumper, which you can see is hanging off. It was bodged for the last MOT, so just for the drive to its new thingy, I'm going to reseat it in there, put a screw in there to hold it up, and it does. Once it's like that, look good. But unfortunately, this is where it did have a push, and you can see here my finger shouldn't get behind there. The cluster is snapped. It does work, however, but that needs to be replaced. So I'm on the lookout for a donor car. As I said, the bonnet bolt, the bonnet lock doesn't want to work. The key just turns around, so I'll be looking to get a new lock for that. But I'm thinking very much about getting a donor car. The wheels have come up really well, but this is the one area of concern. As you can see there, we do have a hole in the seal, and it's pretty much a case of now seeing who can do that. With the situation here with garages not being open, it's a bit of a concern. Also, at the moment, this, I guess, bonnet stay doesn't want to catch down, so I'm going to have to investigate that. Hopefully it's just a case of re-greasing it and all the rest of it, so it does look a bit on the wobble. But yeah, so we've got that to look at. I need to get myself a new headlight. There's a crack in there, but we did tape it up and it did pass the last MOT, so I've got that to replace. Got a couple of bulbs. What else going around? A few marks. We've got a push mark in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's running across there. But the bonnet, the boot even, I don't know if it picks up. Can you see these swirls? That was a very quick job at machine mopping it with a floor mop back in the day, and yeah, it hasn't lasted. So I need to really address that. But there's a few marks, as you can see. But yeah, the wheels came up nice. Back in the day, I guess it would have been Wonder Wheels, wouldn't it? But I tend to use oven cleaner. It does do a good job. It does do a good job. And on the inside, let's fire up and we can see what we're talking about with regards to it now revving cleaning. So I've got that, plus the electric aerial I need to address. I've got to get inside the boot, or I'd imagine it's inside the boot, take out the carpet and have a look at that. So let's get inside and see how she now happily revs round. So on the inside, here we go, as we fire up. Warning lights coming on. So as I said, the boot doesn't lock. We've got some bulbs out, and obviously, advice guys, I haven't looked at the manual yet. I keep saying I will, but I'm hoping that's just circuitry, because we've got the lights out, so it's not complete. Put those windows down. They all work beautifully. It's still a bit of a skip in here. So yeah, as you can tell, it's just purring lovely. So we've really got much engine temperature in there, have we, really to be. But she wouldn't really get past there before. But now, yeah, it's all good. As you can see, the wood's just spot on, no crazing, no cracking. It has just been kept inside all its life, so it's really aged well. So I am on the lookout now currently for a donor car. I've seen one that I'm liking, same colour, and it makes sense to do that rather than buy the bits off the shelf and pay the exorbitant amount, and hopefully move it on. But yeah, the idea is to keep this at its 82,000 up and running, and yeah, wafting down the motorway as it used to. So yeah, there's nothing in here that shouldn't be in here apart from all the paraphernalia of a house move. And obviously you can see the headlining is far from perfect. But it is what it is, you know. Before, that headlining would have been on my head, so now at least it's up. So I'm going to put the lights on and see what lights we don't have or working. Put the heater on just to keep the engine cooling down. Okay, so headlights are on. I've put the fog lights on as well, so That's good. We've got this little side light working there, which is good. That one there is as it should, but we're missing a bulb there, so that needs to be replaced. Going around this side, we should have the rear lights on and the fog lights, so you can see that. That's good, that's good. Number plate bulbs are illuminated, and it's pretty much the same on the other side, so that's all good. Let's try the hazards for the indicators. So let's just engage those. We can see against the Nissan note they're flashing. It's good. That's good, that's good. That's not looking too bad. Rear light there. And far corner. So I'm hoping, it says, I'm hoping that that isn't too bad. That is just literally a front side light. I'll keep you posted on that. So I'm just going to have a look-see to see if those brake lights come on. And that professional noise was that. As you know, it's hanging on. So that concludes today pretty much. I've got myself a number of bulbs to buy. Needs a good mop, good polish. And any advice regarding that lightning strike? Is that just down to the circuit not wanting to be complete because the bulbs are out? And crucially, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment, and I'll keep you posted. So next week will be the first drive. So I hope this has been informative. Hope you like the look around the XJ6. It's going to be moving from this house to another house, and that's the reason for the very video. So have a great day, and look forward to catching up with you soon. Cheers, bye. Okay guys, yeah, just moving the car about, and it's gone back to what it seems to do most, which is not wanting to either focus or rev. So any ideas on this one? Okay, it was perfect once you got in earlier. It's been running for about half hour, fans are on just to keep the cold or hot air out. No warning lights as such other than the usual ones, which is that one and obviously the boot, but she doesn't want to so now I wonder if I turn it on and off again, we'll be able to clear it. Let's have a look, see. Key out. Obviously she's telling me she's in neutral. Let's put her into park. Okay, there we go. Normal startup sequence. Sorry about the state of the contrast. This is awful, isn't it? Right, okay. Right. So, really would appreciate some advice on that. Looking forward to your comments. Remember, please like, please subscribe. Let's keep this old girl back on the road. Cheers, guys. Bye.